Picture this. You wake up one morning, scroll your phone, and suddenly, boom, the Earth decides to hit pause. For 5 seconds, our planet stops spinning. Just 5 seconds. Sounds harmless, right? Like when you pause a YouTube video to go grab snacks. But in reality, is Earth really slammed on the brakes, even for a few seconds? The results would be terrifying, hilarious, and completely unpredictable all at once. Let's break it down. Normally, Earth spins at about 1,600 kilometers per hour at the equator. That's faster than a commercial jet. You don't feel it because everything around you, oceans, air, buildings, even your pet cat, is moving with the Earth at the same speed. It's like being in a car going down the highway. As long as the ride is smooth, you don't notice the speed. But what if the driver suddenly hit the brakes? Yeah, you'd go flying. That's basically what would happen to everything on Earth if the planet stopped spinning even for 5 seconds. Imagine standing outside when it happens. For those 5 seconds, the ground beneath you is like, nope, I'm done. But your body, your car, your coffee cup, they all want to keep moving at 1,600 kilometers per hour. Trees would snap, skyscrapers would crumble, and cars would roll down streets like marbles on a tilted floor. And you'd become a human ragdoll, launched into the air. Not exactly the kind of amusement park ride anyone wants. Now, let's not forget the oceans. Right now, the oceans stay in place because they're moving with the planet. If Earth stopped spinning, even briefly, the inertia of the oceans would send walls of water crashing inland. Imagine tsunamis taller than skyscrapers smashing into coastal cities all at once. 5 seconds is long enough for chaos. Water surging, ships tipping over, and people wondering why their beachfront vacation suddenly looks like the set of a disaster movie. It would be Poseidon's ultimate prank. But hey, maybe you live far from the ocean. Ha! I'm safe, you say. Sorry, not really. The air itself is moving with Earth's rotation too. If the ground stops, but the atmosphere keeps moving, you'd get winds strong enough to peel roofs off houses like they're stickers. Trees, cars, cows, everything not nailed down would go airborne. Imagine cows literally flying past your window at supersonic speeds. That's not a cartoon gag, that's physics. Now, let's zoom out a bit. Earth's rotation isn't just about keeping things moving smoothly. It also creates the Coriolis effect, which shapes wind patterns, ocean currents, and even weather systems. If Earth paused for just 5 seconds, the atmosphere would lose its balance. Hurricanes, tornadoes, and storms would go haywire. Your local weather forecast? Forget it. It's pure chaos now. Meteorologists would just shrug and go home. What about gravity? This is where things get even weirder. Earth's rotation slightly reduces the pull of gravity at the equator because centrifugal force pushes outward. If Earth suddenly stopped, you'd feel slightly heavier for those 5 seconds. Not enough to notice with your bathroom scale, but enough for your body to sense it. Imagine feeling like you just put on an extra backpack without warning. Surprise, Earth is hugging you tighter. And what happens when the 5 seconds are up and Earth starts spinning again? Well, unless some miracle slows everything down smoothly, restarting the spin would be just as violent as stopping it. Think about slamming the gas pedal after hitting the brakes. Momentum doesn't forgive. After those 5 seconds, the aftermath would be catastrophic. Debris everywhere, global flooding, winds howling, and billions of humans trying to figure out what just happened. Spoiler, civilization wouldn't recover easily. But let's say, hypothetically, Earth could pause gently, like pressing a pause button on your Netflix show. If nothing flew off into space and everyone somehow survived, would anything else happen? Yes. Earth's rotation also affects the planet's shape. Because it spins, Earth bulges slightly at the equator. If the planet stopped, even for 5 seconds, the balance of that bulge could shift. Oceans might redistribute. Land masses could shift ever so slightly. You might wake up and find your beachfront property now underwater, or maybe with a brand new desert view. Great for real estate, terrible for survival. Now, here's a fun thought experiment. Airplanes. At any given moment, thousands of planes are flying across the sky, relying on the smooth, constant spin of the Earth below. If the planet suddenly froze, the air currents would freak out. Pilots would lose navigation. Some planes might literally drop, like toys tossed in a storm. Others might find themselves hundreds of kilometers off course. Air travel would instantly become an extreme sport, not a convenience. Now, satellites? Even worse. Many satellites orbit Earth with precise timing based on its rotation. If Earth stopped spinning, the synchronization would glitch. GPS would be useless. Your phone wouldn't know where you are. The world would lose communication in seconds. Imagine trying to call your mom and instead reaching someone's fridge in another country. Chaos again. And let's not forget the psychological impact. Imagine living through something like this. The world would think it's Judgment Day. People would panic, religions would explode with prophecies, and conspiracy theorists would have the time of their lives. I told you the Earth is flat, they'd scream, while flying cows zoom overhead. Honestly, the memes alone might survive longer than humanity itself. Now, let's step back for a reality check. Could Earth actually stop spinning for 5 seconds? Absolutely not. The amount of energy it would take to stop a spinning planet is unimaginable. We're talking forces greater than anything humans could ever control. So, don't worry, Earth isn't suddenly going to hit the brakes while you're sipping your morning coffee. This whole idea is pure fantasy. But it's a fun thought experiment because it helps us appreciate just how delicate our balance really is. Think about it. The only reason we can wake up, brush our teeth, scroll TikTok, and complain about Mondays is because Earth spins smoothly, day after day. It's so constant that we don't even notice it. And yet, if it hiccuped for even 5 seconds, the entire system of life as we know it would unravel. That's how fragile our comfort bubble really is. So, the next time you look up at the stars, remember Earth is like the ultimate ride at an amusement park. It spins non-stop, perfectly balanced, giving us day and night, seasons, tides, and weather. It may not feel like much, but it's the reason you're alive. If that ride ever stopped, even for a few seconds, you'd see just how wild and terrifying the universe can get. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Wiseuse for more mind-blowing, funny, and surprisingly useful facts.